We went on Voyager of the Seas recently on Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, and we had a mission in the casino. We're local Floridian people, so we love to get our casino offers and go on cruises and see how many free cruises we can get. But you can't get any free cruises if you don't gamble in the casino. So my husband had a mission, I had a mission, and we're gonna tell you all about it and give you the updates. Hi, I'm Rebecca, and this is
Liv.
And we are on our financial independence retire journey. We're about 5 years in. We have 10 years to go. And the plan is to retire in our early 50s. When our little boy heads off to college, we're gonna sell everything and slow travel the world. We share it all with you here on our channel, and when we travel, we'll let you know what's going on with that too, just like in today's video. So, my husband had a mission, I had a mission. My mission was that I have never gambled this much on a cruise because usually when we go as a family. So I had free time because it was just the two of us. It was a couples cruise, and I gambled more than I ever have before. And we'll let you know at the end if I reached prime status. What was your mission?
So my mission was to keep my prime status.
Right.
Because unlike Rebecca here, I am able to go to the casino when we...
I watch the kiddo, and he goes and gambles.
Right. Plus you get some needed rest too.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I had been prime status, and I know that it resets at the end of March. And I wanted to maintain that status so I could get the free drinks in the casino and get the good cruise offers.
Yes, because we've got lots of cruises coming up, which we'll share with you later. And so we want to make sure we have that available to us.
Absolutely. So my goal, I only had a couple hundred points in my system from the last cruise. So my goal was I had to get about 2,500 points in this cruise. So the way they do points at the casino, for the slot machines, it's going to be every $5 you spend, you get 1 point. And then the table is a little bit more subjective. It depends on your average bet, what the pit boss sees you do, or what the dealer sees you do, and so on and so forth. So it's a lot more subjective.
They just assign it to you.
So yeah, so the first day that I went on there, I actually wanted to see what, if I only played tables, how many points I could actually get. Because I wanted to see if they were actually tracking me and how well they were tracking me.
Right.
So I spent about 4 hours on the tables that first night, only playing blackjack, did absolutely no slots. My average bets probably ranged in between $25 to $50 on average. With that, I ended up getting 599 points in that first night, which I thought was an amazing start. So they were tracking me. And one thing I actually found out that I believe was happening is the more you tip the dealer, the more they're likely to give you your points.
Oh, interesting.
I believe.
We don't know for sure.
And the reason why I say that, because I did see, unconfirmed, I watched them. I watched the pit box, and he would come around and he would input after he looked at my bet. But also the dealer, when I would go up and bet, I also saw him plugging stuff in to his little computer he had at the table as well too.
Interesting.
So I do think it helps as well. Another little tip here that I started doing too is when you leave the table, you grab your chips, you go over to the cashier, you get cash, and then you recash in when you go to the next table. And they track that. Every time you cash in, the pit boss will say 200 in, 300 in, 500 in.
With your cash,
with
not
your
your
cash.
chips. Interesting.
Yeah, so that's another little trick that you could do.
Good.
Anyways, first day went well. I only lost $100, got 599 points. We're off to a good start.
And you played for 4 hours.
We played for 4 hours.
Okay, so he did more tables where it's a little, as we said, wishy-washy. I mostly do slots, so I kind of have everything lined out exactly what I did. So I started with 0 points. I had $33 in free play, and they always give you something. I think everybody on the ship gets it, and then maybe depending on your status, you might get other things or your crown and anchor. I don't know why, but when you go to sit down at the slot for the first time, you want to put in your birthday to get access to whatever your free play is and play that first.
It's the crown and anchor.
Is that what it is?
Yes,
so you put in so I had $33 of free play, so I started with that. I played my free $33, and then I did play $330 of cash, which I don't think I've ever done before. That was a lot for me. And what games did I play? I played the triple double diamond, which has free games, but it was what I deemed as a low volatility slot machine. I've been kind of researching online and on YouTube and watching videos about what's a low volatility, what's a high volatility, and how those work. So I really had a low volatility strategy going into this entire cruise. I did 2 hours of play. I ended up with 404 points and $0 left at the end. But the point here and the takeaway is that I played 330 of my own dollars, technically $363 if you account for the free play. Obviously, I cycled more than that through the machine, and I ended up with 404 points. So my takeaway is I ended up with more than 1 point per dollar that I spent. And I think that that's good. I think that it's quite often that you'll end up with less than that. So my goal then was to kind of keep that going forward, and I'll let you know at the end if that happened. So that was day 1 for both of us. What happened on day 2?
So yeah, day 2, I ended up racking up about 700 points. But I did actually switch between the blackjack tables and the slots.
Okay.
Kind of going back and forth. Wasn't good at a table. I'd leave and go to the slots. Lost about $100 on the slots on the tables, and I lost about $300 on the slots. But you know, that's okay. $400, 700 points. I think that's a pretty good rate of return. Still doing pretty good, and I think we're on the right track here.
Tracking, okay. So day 2 for me, I started with the 404 points. I played $100 in cash. I played the same game, the triple double diamond that had free games. I did 1 hour of play. I ended up with 474 points, and again, $0 cash. So still cumulatively more points than dollars spent. So I'm still tracking along that way, and I'm at 474 points. Day 3?
Yeah, day 3. I think I got about 450 points on day 3, but I broke even. So things are getting better. So, but I think I did play. I won a couple good jackpots on the slot machine. I think I won $200 $500 that day. So that really helped me out to get even. And I didn't do so well on the blackjack tables, but that's why you kind of go back and forth, kind of even things out.
Yes, and you don't know which slot machines you played per se, or if they were low volatility or high volatility.
It was quite, so I tried to do the low volatility thing with you, and then, I don't know, I kind of jumped around. I just didn't really care where I was going. I just thought it was luck of the draw, and it was. I got lucky a couple times. So
day 3 for me was actually good as well. I started out with the 474 points. I played $150 plus some small coupons that we had, 50 cents here, whatever left over from other plays. And I did play the same slot machine again, the triple double diamond, as well as red hot tamales. And I did 1 hour of play. I ended up with 692 points and $200. So for this sesh, it was actually a profit sesh.
Yay.
And so I made $50 profit for the day on that session, obviously not overall. And so total spent was $380, ending up with 692 points. So we're almost at double the points per dollar spent at this point cumulatively. Day 4, sir.
So day 4, broke even. Played for about an hour during the day, right?
Yeah, we did a day session and a night session.
Right. Broke even, got about 50 points. We just kind of did it because it just wasn't a nice day out, right?
Yeah.
We figured we'd just go. I think we spent an hour, maybe an hour, 15 minutes. It wasn't very long. Yeah. So, 50 points, broke even, a little bit of fun, no big deal. Nighttime, started with 807 points, played $200 worth at the triple double. Right? Okay. For I got a few free games because you told me about it. You were doing good. Yeah. Rest was just kind of slots. I wanted to see where I was in prime, and it shows you in real time where you were going.
Right. Don't give it away just yet. So say what you want to say.
I know. Okay. At that point, I was just kind of going, just to see where I could go. I really could have went to bed, but I wanted to see if I could make this without losing everything.
Right. So then my day, I started with 692 points. I played $250 plus again some small little coupons left over from cash outs. I did the triple double diamond. I did red hot tamales. There was another one. I think it's called Lion's Mane or Lion's Share or something like that I did throw in, but I didn't write it down, but it's coming to me now. And then I did about an hour of play during that day-long session. I ended up with 807 points and $0.
Nice.
So total cumulatively spent $630, ending up with 807 points. So we're still over 1 point per dollar spent. And then my evening, I started with the 807 in points. I played another $200. Same slot machines, another hour of play. I ended up with the 882 points, with $0. So for my area, I spent a total of $830, which is more than I've ever spent on a cruise before in gambling. And I ended up with 882 points. I did not reach Prime, unfortunately, but I still ended up with over one point per dollar spent, which is good. I had a great time and it worked out well in that I earned these points. We'll see what kind of offers I get from them that we can always add, because obviously we cruise together and we can put those offers together. And then for Lib, I mean, you came back to the room and you were like, I'm just going to try to see if I can make it. Like,
That's
you're just
exactly
like,
right.
So he went back out and I stayed in the room. Then I stayed in the room and then he went back out to kind of complete this mission. And what happened?
So, I like I said, I was just sitting at the slot machine. I saw my points going up and up, and I made Prime.
Woo! So free drinks on the next cruises.
Free drinks for the next year on the cruises in the casino, which I think is a huge thing, because when we go over to Europe, I'm not gonna be doing a drink package, because we're gonna be going, not a lot of time on the boat.
We'll fill you in on that trip.
That's another story. But how much I spent to reach that total was about $1,500. Which I don't think that's that bad. I've lost more before and not got that many points, so I was pretty happy with the outcome.
Right.
And I think we're gonna make that up and by the means of free cruises and the drinks. Right. So
we like to gamble anyway.
Yeah.
This is a form of entertainment for us. There are some shows that we like, and I think on the bigger ships we like to see more shows, but on the smaller ship, a lot of the shows and comedy and things like that don't necessarily interest us. And so this was our entertainment. We planned to spend this way. Please, if you have a problem gambling, make sure that you are only gambling in money that you have to spend, and find the number. And this is, be careful with all of that. There's a lot to promote that. Expect to lose it. Don't gamble with money that you don't want to lose. And, someone might say, well, you basically paid $1,500 for a cruise or something like that. Perhaps. But I do think that there are a lot of other people out there that do it for less. So if we're the first video that you happen to watch on this topic, know that there are other YouTubers out there that do really kind of play in the system and spend a lot less and get their offers as well. This is just what we chose to do. We will be putting up some videos about our reviews, our cabin tour, and things like that from this cruise. So make sure you check out all those videos if you're interested. And we will be doing a video on how much does the free cruise cost from the cruise offers from the casino. So be sure to check that out as well. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.